This video is for Abby and family. I wanted you guys to be able to see how Mildred's memorial came together. And I just cut a couple of the steps on canvas. The whole process is basically moving from big brushes. In this case, I think the biggest one I used was this guy here, through to smaller ones, and finally itty bitty detail brushes like these. So we cut a couple of the steps. I hope you enjoy. What I'm working on in the beginning is the geometry. And what I mean by that is like, what areas, broadly speaking, are in light and shadow if you totally ignored the texture of the thing? Like imagine something like a sculpture made out of cardboard where you can only really get the rough cuts of something. And I need to get that shape in before I go into texture, or it's all gonna look a little bit flat. When I do move on to texture, you'll see I've got light hairs and dark hairs in this one area. But this whole area is much more in shadow than, say, this area up here. And if I applied the same highlight color down here, our brains would kind of break the image, because this highlight is made up of reflected light. It's just not as strong as the direct light up here. Got this teeny tiny brush. It's for doing individual hairs. That's too dark. Medium-sized dark ones, back to the light small ones. These edges where dark turns to light, that's where the pattern of hairs shows you if they're consistent, like all going in the same direction, or kind of scriffled. Your eye will naturally go to the edge of stuff. So that's where I need to put the detail. The highlight comes not at the top, but right there in the middle. That's the part that's lumped up the most to catch the light. Fur guides the eyes kind of like natural landscape does. And what I want to do with that is keep all of my hyper small details in lines that will guide the eye around the painting. Because our eyes want to follow these lines around faces anyway. It's kind of like I'm painting landscapes with a cheat code where they're all perfectly composed into something we like to look at. And I just have to watch out that I don't make too many small marks far from my focus zone or the area that I want to be the focal point of the painting. In this case, that's this area here, that if this was taken with a camera, it would all be in focus and everything else would fade into the background. As I go deeper into the shadow, I'm mixing more dark into my highlights. Up here, that's white. Over here, that's light gray, and now I've got more of a middle dark gray. Too dark. Oops. It still almost looks white, but it's not. If I've done my job correctly, what you get overall is a sense that this portion of Mildred's face is in shadow. There's a light coming over her left ear, and I know it's on the right side of the painting, that messes me up. Light coming in over her left ear, and it's just grazing her lip here and here, but this part is all in a gentle shadow. Can emphasize that lots of little highlight details in these spots that catch the light, and not so much significant detail in the areas that are in soft shadow. So now that Mildred's finished, I can set her aside to dry. Come on, then.